Hello and welcome everyone. I'm the Upper Down, aka Tud, and today we're going to be continuing our Windrose playthrough. This game is still in early access. For those of you who did not catch my last episode, um, this is a pirate survival open world game. It's, as I said, still in early access. It just released into early access about a week ago. Looking forward to exploring the high seas here. In my last playthrough, I didn't get a chance to build my base. So that is what I want to work on in this playthrough, but we won't simply have a normal base using wood. I am instead going to build my base entirely out of stone. Now this will take some time. I will have to gather up quite a bit of ingredients here to make the stone walls. I will need several stacks of stone. Go for something along the lines of a castle. So probably two, maybe three stories at the most. Just enough to fit all of our crafting tables and benches in. Alright, so let's see what we've got here. Have a little bit of charcoal, not a whole lot. We have some copper. Okay. I don't believe I have a chest at the moment to stash everything
details
in.
matter most.
Oh, I do. Alright, so we will go ahead and take the copper out. Let's go ahead and store everything here. Alright, now we're off. Let's go get some mining done. Oh, actually, before we do that, grab a bite to eat. The last thing you want to do is starve to death when you're trying to build a castle. Want to try to avoid too much combat here, as I'm sure it's going to take me the full duration of this video, if not a little more, to build this castle. I don't want to take away any unnecessary time from that. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and enter this lovely cave here. Alright, I do not currently have light to see, so what you can actually do is build a makeshift fire within the cave. That will allow you to apply torches to the walls to be able to see. Let's gather some wood here quick so I can make use of that. Alright, so let's go ahead and start our mining here. Do have to be wary of the stamina bar here. Another benefit to having the bonfire here is the rest bar fills all the way back up, which means you will not have to worry about your stamina taking forever to regenerate. Now we're going to go ahead and go into decorations here and pick the torch option and stick that right there on the wall so we can see what we're doing. In the process of gathering up all this stone, we're also going to have a plethora of copper ore, which is good because copper ore is used for pretty much everything in this early stage of the game. I'm going to need a lot of it. And don't worry about the placement of your torches affecting the spawn of rock structures, because I have tested it on other playthroughs, on other private sessions, and it does not impact the spawn location, spawn rate, or anything of the like. Speaking of spawns, the spawn rate for this mine is 6 hours of in-game time. So, if you're in need of copper ore and don't have the ability to travel to other islands yet, simply waiting on a respawn would be to your benefit, and wouldn't take an excessive amount of time. Inventory is slowly starting to fill up here. Now I have a couple of things that I can get rid of in the event that I end up with more than I can carry, which I'm sure will be the case, given how large this mine is. Alright, we have cleared out this side. Oh, looks like we may have missed a pickup there. Alright, now let's go explore the other side here. Oh, I take that back. There are actually 2 additional sides here. Let's go ahead and place a torch. Actually, I'm going to first break this down so we can go to the other side, and then we will place a torch. You do have to be careful. Some of these caves do hide monsters within them. This particular cave is not one of them, but you will encounter some that do. Building up a pretty steady supply of stone there. A moment ago when I looked, it said I was almost at 200. Fantastic. Let's continue to light the way here. I am out of wood, actually. Problem easily rectified. Let's go ahead and chop down. Each one of those torches uses 2 wood. Oh, you have to be careful here. Trees falling on you can deal fall damage to you. Alright. Just gonna gather a little bit more. I want to try and get about 24, which will give me 12 torches to work with. Don't necessarily need the fiber for this, but sure I could make use of it back at the camp. Run out of inventory space, so let's go ahead and drop something here. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the plant fibers. Now I'm also going to be short because I'm picking up copper and stone, so let's go ahead and place some more torches here to use up some of this excess wood. Anything you can't place in your bags will simply fall to the ground, so no concerns here of just wailing away on the wall. Not many swings starting out here per stem. There are ways to increase that, both through the talent tree, which we will take a look at another time, and through set bonuses that you can get from gear that you find out in the world. I believe you may also be able to get some from crafted gear. However, I have not been so fortunate yet. quite a bit of ore laying around here. Let's go ahead and try to pick some of it up. We have quite a few torches lining the walls in this particular room. Alright, so we have 240 stone. Let's go back and start constructing our fort. Alright. That dodo has changed its mind. Alright, let's go ahead and start the construction of our new fort. I'm going to be building this out of stone. Unfortunately, there are no stone floor blocks, and the stone wall blocks will only stand up horizontally. They cannot be turned otherwise, so I will have to start out with a regular floor here. It would appear the elevation is not suitable for what I'm trying to do. Okay. Let's instead build further out this way. And we run into the same problem. Alright, new plan. We're going to put down a foundation first. Drop one of the stacks of stone for now, so I can pick up the plant fibers here. short just a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and plant these stones here back into the storage. Since we are unfortunately going to need more plant fibers here, I'm going to have to go gather some. Bear with me here. I think that dodo would like to fight. Dealt with easy enough. Have to be careful walking around at night. There are tough enemies lurking about on the coast. Alright, that should be enough plant fiber for what I'm intending to do. So, we're going to go ahead and install a pier in here. I do intend to have that pier go out much further. However, for now, that will do. We'll go ahead and switch over to large walls. Go ahead and break off our foundation here. Now, you can't build while in the water, so do keep that in mind if you are attempting to do so, or planning to do so in a playthrough. Now, given the location of our camp here, I do want to direct the entrance slightly differently. So I'm actually going to have my entrance on this side. Let's go into the build menu here and see what we have available for floor stairs. We do have a stone stair available. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and switch back over to flooring. Now again, we will have to use the regular flooring here because we cannot turn the direction. Now I'm thinking I might actually take out the foundation tiles here now that I have the walls started. Give me back some materials I can use to make floor. Oops. Now you'll notice I am getting back all of the ingredients used to make each of these items. So there is no loss as far as accidentally crafting something that you didn't mean to. You will get all the ingredients you used back. To make this my floor, since I'm having difficulties with the beach surface, go ahead and complete our staircase. Slightly ajar. So we are short just a little bit here. We're going to have to go back out and gather just a little bit more plant fibers. I have angered the pig. that pig took nearly all of my health. Ah, I was killed by a drowned. He threw a rock at me. Luckily, we were not far away from camp here. Go ahead and replenish our hunger bar here. And we should now have enough fiber to finish our floor here. Alright, so let's go ahead and resume our wall building here. Go ahead and store all of the copper here in the chest. We have shrub seeds here, but don't necessarily need those. Alright, let's go back to the mine. Eventually we'll get to the point with this character where we can easily handle most, if not any, combat. But for now, we will simply avoid it, as it doesn't give any experience or other real benefits. Ooh, very nice. Cayenne peppers. And we've also gained the seeds to plant them. That will be important later. All the ore should still be here. Definitely need more light here. Coconuts are easily obtained, as well as dodo eggs. We will toss those for now, to make space for more ore. have one more passageway to go here. Close to full here. We can carry a little bit more copper ore, so I'm going to try to gather that up. We are now full up on copper. Lots of ore left on the ground here, we will eventually come back for. For now, I'm going to go ahead and drop the wood, so we can pick up some more stone. Careful not to accidentally die to something here. Alright, let's see what we could do for a door. So, you can make this work. Let's go into floors and walls. We will use the small block there. And let's go ahead and put a door in here as well. Actually, on second thought, I kind of like the idea of having this open like this. We'll now build a set of stone stairs here. Start off the floor. Fantastic. Okay. Alright, so let's once again... Ooh, actually, before we do that, let's fix this staircase. Or attempt to, anyway. Need an extra set on each side. I'm going to go ahead and quick deposit here with the Q button. All the like items that are in there that are the same as what I have in my inventory will automatically deposit. This side of the staircase is done. Need just a little bit more. Now on this side. Staircase is complete. And the fort is coming along nicely. Alright. Back to the mine once again. Now that it's daytime, some of the dangerous coastal creatures should be gone. It's all about dodging. And trying not to get too greedy. Sometimes taking that third attack could be the difference between taking damage and getting away scot-free. I'm going to go ahead and pick up some extra wood as well. I know we will end up needing that later on. For now, it isn't a huge concern. I believe it stacks up to 50 here, so I will get myself a stack of that. And plant fibers stack up to 100, so I will get a stack of that as well. Then we will return to camp and deposit those things before we head off to the mine. Don't worry, all of this wildlife and plant fauna will grow back. I don't know if it's quite the same duration that the ore will have, 6 hours of in-game time, but it will definitely respawn, as I've seen in my other private sessions. Alright, we have 100 wood and 100 plant fiber. Let's go ahead and deposit this now, before we head out. Go ahead and get some charcoal started. And let's smelt some copper while we're waiting. We're gonna have to build ourselves another chest here soon. I am almost out of space. Back in the cave we go. Start off on the far left here, making sure I picked everything up. It would appear that I did. Let's move on to the second route, or the middle route. And that has been almost all cleared up. It would appear all of my excess ore is on the far path. Alright, I believe we have mined everything that this location has available. Until the respawn, that is. Let me make sure that my torches are appropriately placed here. It appears so. Having torches lining the walls is actually a good way to conserve lantern light. Lantern light is a depleting resource that you can refill at camp, but it does require animal fat. Go ahead and place a torch over here just in case. Alright, and let's head back to camp. Back to constructing the floors here. Really is a shame that there isn't a stone floor. I think that would look great with the current setup that we have going on. Perhaps that's something that will come later as the game comes out of early access and the full game is released. That should be fine, it looks like. Plenty of room there. I wonder how close we can get before it becomes a problem. That should do nicely. Placing it any closer would protrude through the door. We do not want that. I think that is perfect, as is. I could also, now that I think about it, raise the elevation by 1. And I think that might be what I decide to do here. Let's go ahead and eat. I assume my character is hungry. Let's go ahead and take out the floor. And we will move it up. There we are. Luckily, we will not have to redo our stone stairs to get to the second floor. I can simply add an extra stack onto that. Shouldn't be much to worry about there. Ooh, misplaced this one. Definitely a staircase here. That should be fine. I feel more like I'm playing a building game than a pirate game, but this is quite enjoyable. I'm actually going to take out these two structures here and instead replace them with a fine line at the top. To make it more even. when I move the floor. The sound of the waves crashing against the shore. Very soothing. I look forward to hearing that a lot when we get around to sea combat. Alright, we have our second floor constructed here. And since I've run out of crafting materials and this video has already exceeded an hour, let me go ahead and call it the end of the video here. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. It helps my channel out a lot. Or if you're watching from Twitch, please feel free to toss me a follow. And keep an eye out for more. Alright, until next time.